When you ask me about state of women in India, I would say it's hard to define even in one sentence. And I can be as free or as confident as I need to be as a woman.
I don't think the Indian society is very supportive of anything at all that a woman would want to do.
I don't feel particularly discriminated or uncomfortable being a woman. I get by easy with my everyday.
You're never off your guard, you never switch off.
For us, I think we are at a stage right now where we feel like we're really driving things for ourselves. Things are happening, there are jobs coming up, there's freedom in how we behave, how we talk, the families we come from. But that's a very small percentage. Recently I had gone for research. We were talking to the sales head of this company. I was supposed to lead the conversation given that it was my project, and that I did have another colleague accompanying me. It was supposed to be a 1-hour conversation. It took me about 40 minutes to get that guy to look at me and start talking to me. Did I have to raise my voice or to make sure that I was louder than the two of them for them to look at me? The sad part is sometimes you don't even know their challenges because you're so conditioned to a certain way of being or doing things a certain way. I've always been a very hesitant drinker. I would sit with 1.5 glasses through the night. And I've faced comments here and there saying, oh, why do you drink beer and this and that. I find it very pretentious to change my drinks as per occasion or location. You drink because you want to drink. I don't drink to make a social statement.
For a lot of women, especially in non-urban locations, there's always barriers every day in terms of what you want to achieve long term or also just your mobility and a lot of other things. I would never say you don't go out drinking really late at night if you're going to be alone in that cab. There are always these small actions which make you think that you as a woman shouldn't be drinking, like when you're at a nice dinner place with a male friend. They bring one food menu and one drinks menu. As a woman, you always get the food menu and the drink menu goes to the boy.
Women are subject to a lot of judgment in India when it comes to lifestyle. If you're drinking, bigad gayi ho. If you're hanging out with boys, you're still bigad gayi ho. If boys do the same thing, it's acceptable. But women see a lot of judgment, and I've seen this whether it's my own extended family, whether it's my landlord, whether it's at workplace. Everyone just is very quick to judgment when it comes to women. Because my dad drinks and my mom drinks, and my mom was initiated into drinking by my dad, so there was never a barrier to it. They were always encouraging. Even now when I go back home, my dad pours a beer and he makes me sit and just talk about general life. If I'm out with a male friend and we order a wine and a whiskey, the whiskey lands up at his place and wine is served to me. And I don't know, waiters just take that to be the obvious decision. The woman cannot drink whiskey alone. She wouldn't have ordered it. So that's something that's happened too often and too frequently.
Although I've been a rebel, I've always been responsible at the same time. We love to go out and meet our friends, and we come back late, and our parents have learned to live with it. But it's the people in the building who would come to my father and say things like, do you know where your daughters are even going at night? Just because he has 2 daughters instead of 2 sons. And I remember this guy saying that, the way you drink, it's like a blue collar, like a rickshaw wala. So it was like, what? Have you seen yourself?
My ambitions were very profession oriented, but I think the difference between that time and today is simply that today, when I think about my ambition, I want to grow as a professional, plus I want to live a better life. Challenges being, I think professionally, glass ceiling, a lot of gender bias, personally a lot of pressure on marriage. You look at our older films, look at all our Amitabh Bachchan films, all your vamps and your wicked women, Helen, they used to smoke, they used to drink, wherein your good women, they were church going, temple going women who used to cover their heads and stuff. वो portrayal ही गलत हुआ है. But still you're not supposed to look at the drinks, or you're not supposed to ask, or you're not supposed to even consider or let the thought enter your mind that you're supposed to have like a peg.
There's so much burden on a woman's shoulder to, live up to the expectations of the family and holding on to the izzat of the family. She doesn't really get to live for herself.
I don't like when people say you can't do this because you've not seen me try it, and unless I've tried it, there's nobody in the world who can tell me or put a stop to it.
Change is slow, but it's definitely on the way.
I actually got my dad to drink whiskey at my engagement, which was recently. So, like, both of us were drinking together. Like, after years, I could do that with my father.
So the fact that I started having whiskey because I used to think it's a grown-up drink, and also movies have played a major role in building up that notion.
It signifies style and fun, and oddly, it signifies equality to some extent, because I've seen in my friend circle, women and men love whiskey.
There are more and more number of women who are drinking exactly what they want.
So it would be nice to see women drink and enjoy whiskey.